Montreal, a city that mixes Francophone and North American culture, home to some of the best restaurants on the planet, some of the most beautiful architecture, and some of the most friendly people you will ever meet. Culture makes a city, all of Canada, hard to define. What really is the common denominator of Montreal, and how does this denominator connect to Canada? Coincidentally, I was in Montreal during the largest jazz festival on the planet, Le Festival International des Jazz de Montréal. A festival where musicians mix jazz instruments and the time signature with modern pop music. This unique mix makes visitors want to come back for more, just like the whole city. My visit to Montreal was not primarily to explore the city. I, however, believe that in context this is important. My main mission was to explore the Canadian hi-fi industry. And what better way than to start visiting the iconic brand Moon by Sim Audio. Moon is a real Canadian brand from day one. I was very fortunate to have an exclusive visit to their factory in Montreal. The amount of detail in which the products are built was mind-boggling. I have never seen anything quite like it in the hi-fi industry. In this video, I will explore Moon's factory, get to know some of the key people from Moon, and learn about the company's history. I hope you have a great time watching the video. We will start with the history of this legendary Canadian hi-fi brand. Have fun.
Hello, my name is Costa Koulisakis and I'm the Director of Product Training here at Sim Audio. Sim Audio was founded back in 1980, hence 45 years ago, by a gentleman named Victor Sima. And his family name Sima is where our company name comes from, Sima Sim Audio. Victor was an immigrant, came from Israel, and was one of the very few, let's call them pioneers of this industry that was actually trained as an audio engineer. He was schooled as an audio engineer, not just an electrical engineer or a mechanical engineer or anything like that. So he had a unique advantage over many of his peers when it came to audio product design. Quickly, very quickly from the very beginning, the company gained quite a fair bit of recognition and was wildly successful, mostly naturally at the time here in our home market, because it took many years after that, obviously, to expand and breach the United States market and overseas markets after that. Back in 1990, we launched the Celeste brand by Sim Audio, of course. In the early 90s, the company changed hands. Victor retired and sold the company to a then part-time employee named Jean Poulin, who became the new managing director of Sim Audio and fostered the company's growth and expansion in research and development, new product development, and all of this led to the Moon brand, which we launched in 1997. The Moon brand is all that we've been manufacturing ever since. The Celeste brand was discontinued in 1998, actually. And that's all we make today is Moon. Approximately 20 years after Jean was the managing director at Sim Audio, hence in 2013, Jean retired, and the company was consequently taken over by three persons, myself being one of them, Thierry Dufour being the second, and the third person, who sadly is no longer with us. He passed away over 3 years ago, a gentleman by the name of Louis Lemire. We continued the same direction that the company had from the very beginning. Today, we are a very much a vertically integrated company in that we manufacture pretty much everything in-house, not every last little bit. Obviously, nobody does that. But we are a true made-in-Canada product for which we're very proud. We do all of the engineering in-house, all of the, we have our own machine shop for making a lot of our own back panels, top covers, faceplates, remote control parts, things like that. We do all that here in-house. All of the product assembly is done here in-house. We have dedicated departments and teams for all of these different tasks. We're a company that's also heavily accented on quality control.
How many steps?
Checks.
How many steps?
It depends on the model, actually,
Depends.
but many. Some models obviously more than others, depending on the product's complexity. All this to give a very reliable product at the end of the day, and it allows us to comfortably and proudly extend the 10-year warranty, for which we're famous as well.
I mean, looking at your manufacturing, I was obviously very impressed by this, how much work goes into the products and how well it's made. But I was also at the same time very impressed at how optimized it is for the high-end audio industry, how you can make small batches, how the engineering is right next door to the machines actually building it. It's very, very optimized to our industry, which is something very new to me.
Having all under one roof makes it very flexible. One thing that's very important is that engineers has to be close to the production line. If anything arises or anything happens, some measurements that is quite a bit off than what they used to be, the engineers are right there. I mean, they're the guys that design the products. The people that design the products, they're right off the line, and they can assess any problems that arise.
And it's right next door, right?
Yeah,
like
really
it's right,
physically next door.
It's literally like 2 feet apart from each other. I've never seen anything quite so close.
And it promotes interaction between production, engineering, and people in production. We're a company where everybody is passionate about what they're doing. When someone on the production line says, see something or figure out something, hey, I have this idea, they just walk the door to the engineering side and they just tell their story, and engineers go, oh yeah, that's a good idea, let's do that, let's try this, let's innovate this way.
So I want to ask a difficult question. What do you think, or any of you think, what makes a uniquely Canadian product, and what makes Moon Audio, what makes the products from Moon Audio uniquely Canadian?
Well, I don't think we plan to develop product in the context of being ultimately Canadian. It's subconscious, is part of our culture and the way we work. But one other aspect that is very important is the very fact that it is a product that is actually made in Canada.
Yes.
Because there are other brands that are brands, they develop the product, but they don't necessarily manufacture it themselves. While in our case, we do, as Costa said earlier, almost everything here in-house, so it cannot be more Canadian than that. Also on the subjective side, as a Canadian, we are used to big space, so maybe we make a bit bigger product than typical European brands. Maybe more like American brands in that sense. But I mean, culturally, we are a mix of European and American mindset, I believe. So, and this can be seen in the products that we manufacture.
So you said that like you don't consciously make an effort to make a per se Canadian product, and I think a lot of brands do exactly this. So I think German brands or American brands, they want to make an American product or a German product, and they really consciously try to do this. But I feel like at the same time, this is something very Canadian, to be so subtle and not be very boastful.
Yeah, I think we are quite humble about what we do. Humility is one of the values we share in Canada, I think, and what motivates us is the passion we have for the music. The primary reason we wake up in the morning is because we love sound, and that's all that we care about. So this is all the effort we put to make the best sound. And be honest about it. Just not babble words and everything. We are honest about it. Honesty is another value. We do make things that we're proud of, and we're never going to be shy of what we do. We're very proud of it. Maybe we don't just go out too loud about it, but honest product, creativity, and passion. A lot of passion. I've been working for 20 plus years doing those kind of products, and this is what enlightens us, all of us. It's the passion for the music and the sound, and true passion. We don't really care about anything else. Actually, we just focus on this, and this is what makes the products.